Well, for me, I've been friends with Janika for a while, and she posted it on Facebook. And I had done a challenge too with another company before, and I took the summer off, and I wanted to get back into working out. So I asked my husband, would he do it with me? And when he said yes, it was like all on board. And then, Janika, she also was my personal trainer. So when she told me about Devin, and it was an 8-week program, and I talked to him, and for me it was more spiritual. I didn't want to just go and work out because, I'm always in the church. So that's what got me, to working out. It was a lot harder than I thought. Wow. It was. I called Janika. I cried. I wanted to quit.
Everybody called.
And it was because I didn't know Devin. So I go to people who I'm comfortable with. And Devin's a great trainer. Like I definitely told him I wouldn't mind. My husband and I, and my husband's all for it now. Joining Temple Fitness and just besides it being walking distance to my house, I've gained strength. Friends. And I'm not a people's person, so.
So you're close to the center. So that time Devin forced us to run outside. Did we run near your house?
So what happened was,
I remember that.
Do you remember that? Yes. Remember when we were forced to run outside?
Yes, but I didn't run. I walked.
Yeah.
1, 2, and I live on the opposite side.
Okay.
You have to cross a bridge, and that was a no-no for me.
All right. So why did you do that? Why did you feel like we needed to go outside and run?
Well, I like to throw, curveballs.
Yeah.
Give you something different, That's why the first 2 weeks we had the regimen of aerobics, then spin, and then the circuit on Friday. Then when everyone came in on Monday, they're like, wait, why is circuit set up?
Right.
It's not Friday, So that's what I do. Basically so that you don't, 1, get used to the same old routine, and 2, the muscle memory. So that's just what I do.
So I'm going to ask the 2 participants, what was the most challenging aspect? I heard you, Clea, say that it was hard. What was the most challenging aspect of it for you, Christina?
I guess in the beginning, it was extremely challenging. I thought I was strong.
Yes. Didn't you think you were strong? I thought I was strong.
I did because I, started out with Wayne, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can totally do this.
Yeah.
When Devin said, we're going to do a fitness, I was like, great, yes, I'm totally up for the challenge, yes. And Motrin became my friend.
Ibuprofen, right here.
Yes, and
right here.
We got to start selling.
Embarrassing amounts of ibuprofen.
We got to start selling that at the gym.
But when he started doing the barbells and lifting those up, and there was one class where he had us doing the barbells down, and then we had to stretch out and do a crunch. I'm like, why do we have to do that?
Why are you making us do that?
So I'm a negotiator, and I always try to negotiate different moves on, and what was the purpose? And she's laughing because I'm like, so what is the purpose? And what body parts are they working, and how am I going to benefit from this?
Do not do that.
Am I right? Was I doing that?
What about you? What was the most challenging part?
The most challenging for me was my injuries. Prior to me joining this, I had suffered some injuries, and I was recently in a car accident. Right before we started this. So Devin not knowing me, I had to modify, and me not being comfortable talking to him, I had to let Janika know I need you to either help me or I need you to tell Devin to modify. But, I am getting stronger, and although I still have issues with my shoulder, I've moved from a 5-pound to an 8-pound. And even on Friday, I think we were there, it was burpees. That's my worst enemy.
Me too.
But I told myself I'm going to do it. Because the enemy be like, you can't do this. And when you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to prove to you that I can. Yes. So I'm like, all right, my kids are here. They sit with Janika. They watch me. So let me do it. Because, I have to show my kids that we have to be healthy and strong. So, I did about 2 rounds of burpees. And then the next round, I was like, all right, high knees it is. So, just the most challenging was the injuries and just trying to overcome the pain, but I did it.
So, once again, Shawna said something earlier that was key that I wanted the audience to hear, and you just said something else too. You had injuries, and even with the injuries, they were able to modify the workout where you were able to get everything accomplished and some, not re-injuring yourself or anything, and still accomplish some goals for you.
That's right.
Y'all hear that? Okay, I want them to hear, because that's something key. A lot of people think, I'm injured, I can't do this, or other things like that. And your clear statement says exactly what Devin can do, along with Janika, to help someone who might be injured, think they can't do it, but still accomplish goals.
That's right.
And Christina, the other challenge you didn't mention is you came in on the second shift.
Yes.
And that's because of your work schedule.
Yes.
And what is your work?
So I am a wedding and event planner. My company is Heaven Sent Wedding Consultants. So I'm full service. I've been in business for 16 years. So yes, it was challenging. When I was able to do the 5:30 class, I did that. But more often, that's why you probably didn't see me as often.
Yeah, we would pass, yeah.
But more often, I was doing this 6:30 class, and I was promoting it because I have a website, and I also have a Facebook page for Heaven Sent Wedding Consultants. And one of my brides joined the class, which was awesome. But I think the Facebookers were surprised, at the challenge because Wayne has been so gracious, allowing me to have my information within Breaking Barriers, which is great. But I've always talked about what I'm doing and trying to keep fit. And let me tell you, as planning weddings, every bride are trying to get fit for that special day. So, I talk about doing this all the time.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Brides, call her, then come to Devin. 1, 2, okay? I just want to put that out there.
We want to wrap up because I want to have time for our surprise at the end. But the one thing you said, Kalia, that was also key, or that I want to make sure that everyone notices, is that you brought your children to just about every single class. And that can happen in some gyms, okay? But Breaking Barriers is for children, essentially, or teenagers and the youth. So we had Kanaya and Kenya in almost every class, and sometimes they'd work out, and sometimes she'd work out with me, and that was a little intimidating because they're little, right? So they have a lot of stamina,
energy.
And I'm like, I'm tired, guys, I'm tired. So you're 10 years old, and there's in the video I captured Kenny and his dad doing jumping jacks, right? And I'm like, look at how much energy he has.
From sunrise to sunset.
Well, that goes to show you what the two of them provided the facility. I just provide the facility, but the trainers were able to adapt with an injury, were able to adapt with a schedule, able to adapt with kids coming in to train. And then the workout is exactly what everyone wants. So between Real Deal, Temple, I'm proud of the both of them.
That's great. So I know you guys need a rest, but there will be another challenge. So just keep your ear open. Is that a nice way to say it?
Yeah, stay open. Me and my sister here, we're gonna work that out, and we'll get the word out there. Maybe come back on the show and talk about it a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're always welcome.
Right.
Can you give them contact information for the both of you before we sign off?
Again, you can reach me, Devin Archie, at 302-784-5910, or on Facebook with Temple Fitness on Facebook page. And
you can reach me at 239-687-9785, realdealfitnessllc.com. It's under construction, or you can find me on my Facebook page, Real Deal Fitness LLC.
Okay, thank you very much. At home.